Hey Internet, James here with another set of satisfying stories, where today we'll see a homeowner deal with a racist business owner who was there to give her a quote. But let's get started with our first story. What are you trying to do? A story by Boko Boko. After graduating high school, I worked at a small grocery store in my hometown, near the local train station. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but here in Germany, the area around a train station are never nice. Alcoholics, drug addicts, and homeless people all frequented our store, and soon I knew most of my regulars by name and could accurately guess what brand of cigarettes they were trying to steal. One lovely Saturday evening, or as I called it, prime alcoholic drug addict time, one outrageously drunk guy stumbled in. I could smell him before I could see him. It was that bad. He walked, or wobbled, over to the liquor cabinet, which is open to customers in Germany, and grabbed a bottle of cheap ouzo for €6.50. He came over to me, and I rang up the bottle. He pulled out a pack of cigarettes when I told him how much he owed. At first, I thought it made sense for him to maybe keep a €10 bill in there. Some people do that. How wrong I was. He proceeded to lay down 6 cigarettes on my counter. The 7th one he broke in half, and then with a crooked, rotten smile, presented me with the 6.5 cigarettes as payment. He told me to keep the change. My shift manager, who was stocking shelves next to me, had to suppress a laugh when she explained to him that we don't accept cigarettes as payment, although she appreciated the effort. Unfortunately, we no longer live in the golden age of travel. Once upon a time, people would dress in their Sunday best to travel on a bus, catch a train, or a plane. Not anymore. I would say, OP, that train stations here in the US are generally very similar to yours in Germany. Now, I'm sure there's some really nice train stations out there. I just haven't experienced them yet. So let me get this straight. This dude straight up tried to pay for his booze prison style. How drunk do you have to be where that seems to be the reasonable way to pay for your ouzo? I mean, he seems pretty harmless, and I guess you got a great story out of it. Viewers, what's the craziest thing you've seen a drunk person do out in public? You ever see someone try to pay for things with cigarettes? Or was this guy in a class of his own? Let me know in the comments below. Lady tries to return something without the receipt or the product. A story by Blue and McFly. I worked a holiday season at a store that sold calendars and very little else. Things were pretty straightforward and simple for most of the time, until she came in. She came up to the register and told me that the calendar she'd sent her mother on the other side of the country had 2 Aprils and no May. Oh, our apologies. That's obviously a manufacturer defect. It happens sometimes. I can exchange it for another one or give you a refund. Do you have the receipt? No. Okay, no problem. I can still exchange it. Well, I sent the calendar to my mother who lives on the other side of the country. Okay, no problem. She can just take it back to a calendar store in her city. Let them know the situation and they can exchange it for her. No, I want a refund for the defective calendar you sold me. Unfortunately, without the receipt or the calendar, I can't give you a refund. Now, like I said, if your mother can take it to the store in her city, no, I will not ask her to do that. It was a gift. You will refund my money. She proceeds to take her bank statement out and angrily points at the transaction. I'm very sorry, ma'am, but I can't do a refund based upon your bank statement. She continues to yell and scream and make a scene for a good 5 to 10 minutes. And though I don't remember the exact details, it was mostly the old adage of the customer's always right and you will give me my refund. Meanwhile, a line starts to form behind her at our only register. Now, my manager was on her break when this all started, but came to help me as soon as she came back. She told the woman the exact same thing, and finally had to ask her to leave. Crazy woman finally leaves, but proceeds to yell at the people in line behind her on her way out. They sell defective calendars! Don't buy from them! Still boggles my mind a decade later. Okay, folks, I have to admit something here. I've tried this one myself. Now, I was trying to return an item to Walmart, and we lost the receipt. Now, it wasn't a big item, but it was broken. So, I brought in the bank statement to show the purchase date. Honestly, this was a huge Hail Mary pass trying to get the refund, but they actually found the transaction as I had the card I used to make the purchase with me, and they tracked it down in their system with the information from my bank statement. The key difference here is I actually had the product to return, and I would not have turned into a crazy person if they couldn't have helped me. I lost the receipt, and if I hadn't had the luck to roll up at the service desk when there was no line so the associate had time to go the extra mile for me, I would have just walked away and taken it on the chin. I made the mistake, I own it. Jeez, I can't believe the nerve to try to get a refund without even the product in hand. Come on. People are crazy. Alright, let's move on to our final story of the day. I don't work here. I own the place. A story by Yudman. Background. I'm a small Chinese woman living in a predominantly white neighborhood. Our house has a large front yard, and we like to do the gardening ourselves. I don't speak with an accent, and I usually use a very English name for easy communication. I called for a free estimate from a local duct cleaning service and scheduled it on a Saturday. My mom and I were in the front yard planting flowers and weeding, chatting family stuff in our own language while enjoying the nice weather outside. We were in full gardening gear, complete with straw hats, rain boots, and face masks on. A white truck with a trailer drove up, and a middle-aged man jumped out. "Hey, where's the owner of the house?" Me, pulling down my mask. "Oh, you must be the duct cleaning services. Please come in with me." "No, I need to speak with the landlord." I am the landlord. Do you need to come in the house for the estimate?" "No, I need to speak to the person who made the call." Pulling out my phone. "Okay, hold on." I dial the company number on the side of the truck. The guy pulling out his phone as it rings. "See, the landlord is calling me." "Hi, I'm Emily. I'm standing right in front of you. I don't think I'll be needing your services today. Goodbye." The guy stood there dumbstruck for a moment, then sulkily walked back to his truck and left. My mom looked at me confused and asked in Chinese, "What was that?" I shrugged and answered, "Well, looks like we need to call another duct cleaning company." Okay, viewers, I don't know about you, but guys like this just drive me insane. This dude was racist or sexist or probably a huge amount of both. But he immediately dismissed this woman because he's rolled up to a nice house in a nice neighborhood, and there's obviously no way that this woman could be the owner, right? Now, I know people make snap judgments based upon how people are dressed, but he didn't even have the decency to listen to her. He talked over her and ultimately lost a sale. Duct cleaning, especially for a whole house, isn't cheap. I'm glad he had to drive off with his tail between his legs on this one. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when the next video goes up. I make videos 3 days a week, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.